Ron Goodall from FightHype.com. I'm here with the lightweight undisputed champion of the world. Man, you got more belts than I can even count. I mean, first and foremost, today was a great day in sparring. How would you say overall training camp's been for this fight?
Training camp has been good. I didn't take much time off after the fight, so I came back in the training camp pretty sharp.
Yeah, I mean, you did have a little change. You got the different hairs, just like Devin Haney 2.0, you know, the undisputed reign version.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, just what was the flavor? You just felt like changing it up? Like what's
I just was switching it up. I might go back though. I think I'll probably go back.
Okay,
but
all right.
Just switch it up for a little bit.
Yeah, and then switching up, man. You switched up some different styles today. You had some different movement and things of that nature. Are you ready to just have that first undisputed title defense? You know, like you said about like Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's about. You know, the greats defended the belt. And that's one thing that I definitely want to do. I want my name to be mentioned with the greats when it's all said and done. So this is one of the steps I'm taking to get closer and closer to that. And yeah.
There's some word on the street saying that you might put him in retirement. Just seeing the fact that he says that if I can't beat Devin Haney, I might as well just ride away in the sunset. You know.
He didn't say that. He didn't say, "Oh, if I couldn't beat Devin Haney." Like,
I mean, there was a little bit like that.
Nah, it wasn't.
So?
It was. He didn't say it like that.
But
he just said basically like he doesn't want to go back to fighting, like local guys and stuff like that. That's what he said.
Okay.
But nah, it's all good. He honestly, I feel like he still has a lot in the tank. I don't feel like if he loses to me, then he goes into retirement because that's just one person that you can't beat. But it's a lot of big fights out there for him. He's still young. And yeah, he can still challenge for the belts, and he can still challenge for a belt eventually. And
yeah, and seeing the fact that belts have been kind of the goal, and you achieved that, and you achieved all these belts.
Yeah.
You debunked the franchise champion, you remove all that. Yeah. The ring champion, you were on Twitter popping some stuff. You are the lineal ring, regardless of the fact that what they say. And on top of that, you still want to snatch up the Mickey Mouse belts, and that's what you called it. And just why do you think just that? You have all the belts. Like, it makes sense for people.
No, I never said I wanted the Mickey Mouse belt.
No, I'm not saying that you want it, but I'm just saying, like, ideally, wouldn't you think Gervonta would want the belt?
No, he could drop the belt. Well, they're gonna drop the belt eventually, anyways. The WBA is not even gonna hold the regular champions. They're getting ready to drop the belt, so he could come challenge me for my WBA belt or whatever. But nah, I don't want the Mickey Mouse belt. Like, it's something that I want.
But just the fact that you've just been snatching all these belts, and every type of, either if it's a positive belt, or a negative belt they made up, you obtained them all.
No. The only belt the only negative belt that I got is the email.
But I'm just saying you embraced it the other day. Like, you were like, email champ energy, kind of throwing shade at the idea of it.
Yeah, no, I don't care for the Mickey Mouse belt.
Mm-hmm. But you want the fight, of course.
Yeah, of course. But if he really wants to fight, then he can get the fight. All you gotta do is, tell Gilberto, hey, listen, y'all dropping this belt. I want to fight for the real belt, and the fight can be made.
Yeah, and the fact is, you want the fights. It seems like everyone's been saying they want to fight each other, but Devin Haney, and it still doesn't make sense.
I mean, but at the end of the day, my main focus is George Kambosos.
Mm-hmm.
Once we're victorious, then we talk about what's next. But it is what it is.
Now, just briefly, just want to discuss, because I talked to your dad a little bit about it. It was the whole Twitter thing about Gervonta's claim that he's making like 5 times more than things that you're making.
That's nuts, right? So what's he saying? He making $25 million a fight? Get out of here! Like, everybody know that's cap. That's why they even acknowledge it. And if he was making $25 million a fight, then it would show. It would show that he ain't got nothing better than me. He don't got nothing like everything that he got. I got everything that it's just like only a person that could show that they making more money than me is Floyd. Like, that's the only person that I can't like. That's really like it. I mean, and some other guys like it's a few other guys, but he's definitely not one of them. And yeah, nobody really believed that anyways. That was just a cop out. That was just a cop out to like Deflect, yeah, exactly. That's the perfect word. Deflect. You know, motherfuckers from saying, "Oh, why don't you fight him?" You know, he want to try to run this money route, but it is what it is. We all know that. We all know the truth, and we all know that he's for sure not making 5 times more than me. He's not even making more than me. So it is what it is.
I mean, we should make like a top 10 most avoided list of fighters out there, and definitely because you know mandatories run to another division. You know, like Ryan Garcia. You know, that fight was practically made like 15 times. Like they were essentially mandating it. You know.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, my main focus is Kambosos, and then we go from there.
Now, I just wanted to touch on one thing. Something did surprise me that someone did call you out, but they didn't call you out first. They called out Tank, and then said, all right, I guess Devin Haney was, you know him from like East.
I mean, he had to say that because it's like, oh, why would you call him out when I called the champion? But at the end of the day, I kind of understand why he wants to fight Tank, because he kind of wants to get back. You know, he wants to redeem himself or whatever. So I can somewhat understand that.
But you know, it makes sense. You know,
like I said,
nothing makes sense to fight the best man in the division, pound for pound himself.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, Kambosos, and then we go from there.
Now, just before you head out to Australia, just how many more days you're gonna do out here, and then you're just gonna head out there?
I'm gonna be there for like 2 weeks, so I don't know exactly what day I leave, but I got a few more weeks here for sure.
And then right after that, you're gonna have a nice little, you know, celebration if you know everything all goes as planned.
No, we're not even focused on the celebration right now. Right now, we focus on, you know, getting the job done, and then we'll start planning the celebration. But our main focus is to win, look good, and then we go from there.
All right, champ. I'm not gonna divert it. You know, I'm gonna keep it straight on Kambosos. No.
Yeah, no sir.
No, but it's great seeing you so tunnel vision at such a young age, being the youngest undisputed champ, especially in the 4-belt era. And I think that a lot more people definitely, you're setting an example for a lot of people and what they need to do. You know.
Yeah. Like I said this on I think Twitter or something, that you know it's like it's no time to, you know, like basically acknowledge what I did or whatever, you know, is that like to like jump for joy or nothing like that. We're back to work, and it's time to defend what we earned, and that's the main focus right now. It's just defending them, being successful, and then we go from there.
You know, and from that, you did it the hard way. Like I know a lot of people see like the diamonds and they see the belts, but you, I mean, we said it earlier, due to Devin Haney, like you took the promotional leap to jump over.
Yeah.
I mean, the rematch is obligated, you know, and you're going to go in there as serious.
Yeah, I mean,
the first one.
Going back to Australia, but that's what I signed up for at the end of the day. Not making no excuses, because I signed up for that. I signed up to go back, and we go back, and we do it again.
And then right before I let you go, a long time ago I asked you what was like your stats if you were in a video game. Now there's that new ESBC game coming out.
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's a Devin Haney. I don't even have to reveal it or not.
No, I won't be in the game.
But you know they're gonna make custom characters of you once the game comes out. Like someone's gonna go in to create a character if they.
I don't know if they could do that. I don't know if they could do that.
Someone's gonna try to make.
I don't know if they could do that. I don't know if they could do that.
But what would your stats be though? What would
I don't know, because I'm not gonna be in the game. They asked me to be in the game, and it was some things that I wanted that they didn't want to do. So I said I won't be in the game. It is what it is. We won't even think about what would my stats be, because I'm not gonna be in the game.
Well, maybe there'd be a EA's Devin Haney's like Tiger Woods. You know how they have.
Yeah.
So maybe we just move on to bigger and better things like that. So, champ, I really appreciate the time. Any just last messages or things that you just want to tell people out there and just tuning in on the big fight?
No, I mean, just focus on the task ahead. I will be even better this time around. It's a lot of adjustments that I see that I can make. And October 15th, baby, the world will see and give me my just due once again.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the time, champ.
Thank you.